Alright guys, welcome back to Pinky's Garage. Today we got a 1995 Ford Bronco with an AC leak, as you guys can tell. Now, it's not necessarily an AC leak from a hose, the condenser, or the evap canister. It's actually from this tiny little hole right here. Tiny little hole. Now this is a high pressure switch, and we have a problem where we turn the truck off with the AC running, and we come back about an hour later and hot start it. Freon spews out of this hole right here. This is controlled by the high pressure switch, and this is because there's too much pressure in the high side, and that is because this filter right here, it's a little orifice that goes in line right here, it's a $4 part, is actually clogged up. It's clogged up and it's creating too much pressure on the high side, not enough on the low side. I'll show you guys another example of that here in a bit. So we can kind of patch this band-aid, just patch it up by adding Freon to it. You can keep this going by, you pull into the neighborhood, you pull into a parking lot, turn your AC off, and then once you get to your destination, it should be cooled back down, the pressure should subside, and it should be just fine when you crank the truck up. So before you pull into your spot, turn the AC off, let it wind back down, turn the truck off, and it should be just fine. I'm going to show you how to do that with this Harbor Freight tool right here. Can of 134A from your local AC shop. This is about 10 bucks, this is about 40 bucks. And I'll show you how it's done. Alright, so your first step here is going to be to unscrew these caps. One there, and one right here. This is high pressure side, that's a low pressure side. And you can see they are quick connects. So you have a quick connect and a quick connect over there. Just like this, right here, quick connect and quick connect. Now this one's going to go onto the high pressure side right there. Make sure that this is all the way closed, and then the low pressure is going to quick connect. Do this one hand, just like so. Make sure this is closed all the way. It's very simple. It says on the knob there. And then we're gonna loosen this up. Alright, so as you can hear, the clutch on the air conditioner is cycling. So it goes for a little bit, stops, goes for a little bit, stops. Now that is because it's creating too much of a high pressure in the truck, and it's reading that high pressure and it's cutting the compressor off until it reaches a low pressure again, builds back up. The way you fix that is by adding Freon into the low side of the system, and then it's going to stop cycling like that, which will give you colder intake temps. Now, onto the temperature inside the truck. Right now, a good baseline is reading about 70 degrees. Alright, so now you're going to puncture this can, screw the cap on, screw the cap all the way on. Alright. Puncture it by twisting down. Puncture the can. Alright, you can feel it punctured, and then back off a little bit. You'll feel it start to flow. Now you want to make sure that both of these are closed. Alright, now we got our system laid out like this. This is punctured and open. These are closed, these are closed. We're gonna go ahead and open the low side. We're gonna go ahead and open the high side. Make sure these are tight. So we are getting readings 40 down to 20, and then 110 down to about 90. Alright, so now we have to purge this line, the yellow line, until we see some come out. Fill the can a little bit. There it goes. Put the can back vertically. And we're just going to open up the low side. See it starting to flow in there? So now with the can open, we're still getting 40 down to 20. And what you're just going to do is you're going to slowly rotate this from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 40 to 20, but that takes a lot longer this time. All right, 3 o'clock. And now we're at about 110 to 140. Got about half the can left. O'clock. Consistent. No shutting off anywhere. It's holding 20 nice and well. Go a little bit more. 3 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Take a little bit if you have to. 12 o'clock. Alright, we only got it down to 51 degrees inside. I'm not happy with that. So I cracked open the low pressure side, both knobs, shaking it, still flowing. Now we're back up to 35 up here. This has come down a little bit to 140. Make sure that can is really empty. Close this up. Close this up. Now we're at about 50 still. Feels much better. Got a nice good water puddle down there, something we did not have before. Just water. Very good. Alright, now we'll disassemble it all. Make sure everything is closed. 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 Alright, we have turned the AC off, and now we're just waiting for it to cool back down until we disconnect everything, turn the engine off. We can go ahead and do this though. Go ahead and loosen that up. Make sure it's nice and closed. That was hot. Just put the cap back on. There. Cap back on here. She's good to go. Alright guys, that's a wrap on the truck. We got her done. Works out quite well. We got inside temps of about 50 degrees now. Started at a 70. This clutch now spins non-stop, and all we have to do, like I said earlier, is turn your AC off before you turn the truck off. Okay, you have to keep it, you have to remember, but about 5 minutes, maybe even as little as 2 minutes, just turn your AC off, drive it a little bit, let the pressure subside, let the temperatures die back down, and then when you go to hot start the truck again, it will not spew out of this high pressure switch. Again, to fix this problem, all you have to do is replace this orifice here, which is not a big deal. Just have to get a special line to disconnect it all, then you got to vacuum it down, refill it all back up. It's a $4 piece, super simple to replace. I'll definitely put a video out on doing that at a later date. Just this is kind of a band-aid, and it works out just fine.